Have you ever felt like you're working harder than everyone else but somehow still falling behind? Like no matter how many late nights or extra hours you put in, there's always more to do? You're not alone. And let me tell you, burnout is real. But here's the good news. The secret to success isn't grinding harder, it's working smarter. In this video, I'm going to share practical tips and strategies to help you reclaim your time, focus on what truly matters, and boost your productivity, all without sacrificing your mental health. By the end, you'll have a proven roadmap to get more done in less time, with less stress. Sound good? Let's dive in. One of the biggest misconceptions about productivity is that working longer hours equals better results. This mindset often leads to burnout and frustration because we equate time spent with success achieved. But here's the truth. It's not about how many hours you put in. It's about what you actually accomplish. If you've ever spent an entire day feeling busy but ended up with little to show for it, you've experienced the disconnect between effort and results. A powerful way to shift this mindset is by applying the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 20% of your efforts lead to 80% of your results. Think about it. A small portion of your actions generates the majority of your outcomes. For example, in your work, there's often a handful of tasks, whether it's closing a deal, completing a key deliverable, or preparing for a crucial meeting, that drive the most value. Conversely, a lot of your time might be spent on low-value activities, like responding to emails or attending unnecessary meetings. The key is identifying the 20% of tasks that truly matter and doubling down on those. Ask yourself, what task today will move the needle the most? This requires not just working harder, but working with intention. For example, if you're a content creator, instead of obsessing over every little detail in 10 pieces of content, focus on creating one high-impact piece that resonates with your audience. The goal is quality over quantity because that's what drives results. We live in a culture that glorifies being busy. People wear their packed schedules like a badge of honor, thinking it signifies importance or productivity. But here's the problem. Being busy doesn't necessarily mean you're being productive. It's entirely possible to fill your day with tasks and still get nothing meaningful done. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things. Let's break this down. Imagine you spend hours replying to emails, attending back-to-back meetings, and handling minor interruptions throughout the day. By the end of the day, you've been constantly moving, but you haven't actually progressed toward your big goals. This is the trap of the busy mindset. It makes you feel like you're working hard, but in reality, you're just spinning your wheels. To escape this trap, you need to focus on what's truly important. This requires clarity about your priorities. Instead of reacting to everything that comes your way, take a proactive approach. Each morning, ask yourself, what are the top 3 things I need to accomplish today that will have the biggest impact on my goals? Then, focus on those tasks first, before anything else. By aligning your efforts with your priorities, you can ensure you're making meaningful progress rather than just staying busy. Quick tip: ask yourself daily, what's one thing I can do today that will have the biggest impact? Here's a simple yet powerful habit. Start every day by asking yourself one key question. What's one thing I can do today that will have the biggest impact? This forces you to cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters. Think of this as your North Star for the day. Instead of trying to accomplish everything, pick one high-value task that will create a ripple effect of results. For instance, if you're a business owner, this could mean reaching out to a key client or creating a strategy for your next campaign. If you're a student, it could be preparing for a major exam rather than procrastinating with less urgent tasks. By identifying that one impactful action, you're not just working smarter, you're setting yourself up for success. And here's the best part. Once you've accomplished your one thing, the rest of your day feels like a bonus. You've already won, so make this a daily ritual, and watch how it transforms your productivity. These mindset shifts are the foundation for working smarter, not harder. When you focus on results over effort, let go of the busy trap and hone in on impactful actions. You're setting yourself up for success with far less stress. And remember, productivity isn't about doing it all, it's about doing what matters. Time blocking is one of the most effective ways to take control of your day and maximize your productivity. At its core, time blocking is about planning your day in advance by assigning specific time slots to individual tasks or activities. Think of your calendar as a budget for your time. Just like you wouldn't spend money carelessly, you shouldn't allow your time to be spent aimlessly. Treat it like a finite resource, because it is. Here's how to do it. Start by identifying your most important tasks for the day. Then assign a specific time block for each task on your calendar. For example, you might block out 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for deep, focused work on a key project, followed by 30 minutes for answering emails and so on. This structured approach ensures that you're prioritizing your most important work and avoiding the chaos of constantly reacting to distractions. The beauty of time blocking is that it eliminates decision fatigue. You no longer have to ask yourself, "What should I work on next?" because you've already made that decision when you planned your day. It also creates boundaries around your work, which is crucial for maintaining focus. If you've allocated 90 minutes for a task, you're less likely to procrastinate because there's a clear deadline in sight. The key to successful time blocking is sticking to the plan. Treat your time blocks as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. If something unexpected comes up, adjust your schedule, but don't let it derail your entire day. Over time, you'll find that this approach not only makes you more productive, but also helps you create more balance in your life by protecting time for rest, hobbies, and personal growth. One of the hardest but most liberating skills you can learn is the ability to say no. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else, often something more important. This is because your time, energy, and attention are finite. If you don't protect your priorities, they'll get crowded out by other people's demands. Saying no can be uncomfortable, especially if you're a people pleaser or someone who feels obligated to say yes to every request. But the reality is, if you say yes to everything, you'll end up overwhelmed, overcommitted, and unable to focus on what truly matters. Think about it. Is attending every unnecessary meeting or taking on every minor task really helping you achieve your goals? Probably not. Here's how to master the art of saying no. First, get clear on your priorities. When you know what's truly important to you, whether it's advancing your career, spending time with family, or working on a passion project, it becomes easier to evaluate whether a request aligns with your goals. If it doesn't, politely decline. For example, you could say, "I really appreciate the opportunity, but I'm currently focusing on a few key projects and won't be able to take this on right now." If you struggle with saying no directly, try offering an alternative. For instance, you could suggest another person who might be better suited to help or propose a different timeline. This shows that you're still helpful while maintaining your boundaries. Remember, saying no isn't selfish. It's an essential skill for protecting your time and energy so you can focus on what matters most. You only have so many hours in a day, so why spend them on tasks that could be handled by tools, technology, or other people? Automation and delegation are two of the most powerful ways to free up your time and focus on the work that truly requires your expertise and creativity. Let's start with automation. Many repetitive tasks can be handled by software, apps, or systems. For example, use email filters to automatically organize your inbox or set up recurring reminders for routine tasks. Tools like Zapier can connect your apps to automate workflows, like saving email attachments directly to your cloud storage or sending reminders for overdue tasks. If you're in marketing or content creation, you can use social media scheduling tools like Buffer or Hootsuite to plan posts in advance, saving hours of manual effort. Now let's talk about delegation. Delegation isn't just for managers, it's a critical skill for anyone who wants to work smarter. The key is identifying tasks that don't require your unique skills and entrusting them to someone else. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, consider hiring a virtual assistant to handle administrative work, like scheduling meetings, responding to emails, or conducting basic research. If you're a student, you might partner with classmates to divide up group project tasks. Delegating doesn't mean you're avoiding responsibility. It means you're focusing on the areas where you can add the most value. The biggest hurdle to automation and delegation is often mindset. Many people think, "It's faster if I just do it myself," or No one else can do it as well as I can. While it's true that it may take time to set up a system or train someone initially, the long-term payoff is worth it. By offloading repetitive or low-value tasks, you can redirect your energy toward high-impact work that drives results. Mastering your time is about working smarter, not harder. Time blocking helps you plan your day for maximum efficiency. Saying no protects your priorities from distractions. And automation and delegation free you to focus on what matters most. When you take control of your time, you take control of your life. And that's the ultimate productivity hack. All right, let's dive deep into prioritizing high-impact work. Here's a detailed continuation for your script. One of the simplest yet most powerful tools for prioritizing your tasks is the Eisenhower Matrix. This decision-making framework, named after President Dwight D. Eisenhower, who famously said, "What is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important," helps you categorize tasks based on their urgency and importance. The matrix is divided into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. These tasks require immediate attention and are critical for achieving your goals. They're often crisis situations, like a looming deadline or an urgent issue that needs resolving. The key here is to tackle these tasks first, but also recognize that if everything is in this quadrant, you might be in a constant state of firefighting. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important. This is where the magic happens. Tasks in this quadrant contribute to your long-term goals and personal development, like strategic planning, relationship building, and skill improvement. These tasks aren't screaming for your attention, but they're crucial for growth and progress. Prioritizing this quadrant prevents crises from forming and keeps you on track toward what truly matters. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. These are tasks that demand your attention but don't significantly contribute to your goals. They're often interruptions, like unscheduled calls or requests that could be delegated. While it feels good to check these off, they don't push you closer to your goals. Delegate these tasks whenever possible. Quadrant 4, neither urgent nor important. Think time wasters, like excessive social media browsing or unnecessary meetings. These tasks offer little to no value and should be minimized or eliminated altogether. By organizing your tasks into these categories, you get a clearer picture of where your focus should be. It's a way to filter out the noise and concentrate on what drives results. Start each day or week by filling out your own Eisenhower Matrix. Commit to spending most of your time in Quadrant 2. This is where you'll find the leverage points that can drastically improve your life and work. Ever heard of context switching? It's when you rapidly shift from one type of task to another, and it's a productivity killer. Studies show that it can take up to 25 minutes to regain full focus after switching between tasks. This is where task batching comes in, a method that groups similar tasks together to streamline your workflow and minimize the mental drain of constantly changing gears. Imagine your brain as a computer. Each time you switch tasks, you're opening a new program, which takes up mental bandwidth. If you keep doing this, you'll end up with a slow, cluttered system. Instead, focus on one type of task at a time. For example, designate specific times during the day to check and respond to emails. Say, once in the morning and once in the afternoon, instead of sporadically throughout the day. This allows you to fully immerse yourself in deeper, more demanding tasks without constant interruptions. Another example is creative work. If you're a writer, set aside blocks of time solely dedicated to brainstorming or drafting content. Then reserve another block for editing or refining. This focused approach allows your mind to stay in one mode longer, enhancing both efficiency and creativity. Similarly, if you're in a customer-facing role, you might group meetings or calls into one part of the day, allowing you to shift into meeting mode without disrupting other kinds of work. To implement batching, look at your weekly tasks and categorize them. Administrative work, creative tasks, strategic planning, etc. Allocate specific times for each category. It may feel rigid initially, but over time, you'll notice you're accomplishing more with less stress. This isn't about restricting flexibility, but about creating intentional focus. Let's put all this into practice with a simple but powerful exercise. Each morning, or even better the night before, Make a list of your top 3 priorities for the day. These aren't just random tasks. These are the actions that align with your biggest goals, the ones that, if completed, will make your day a success. Here's why this works. By limiting yourself to 3 priorities, you force yourself to choose what's truly essential. This combats the urge to overload your to-do list with dozens of small tasks that feel productive but don't drive real progress. Focus on completing these 3 tasks before moving on to anything else. This creates a sense of accomplishment and momentum that can carry through your entire day. Let's say you're working on a project deadline. Your top 3 priorities might be 1. Complete the project outline. 2. Research key data points. 3. Draft the first section of the report. Notice how each task is clear, actionable, and tied directly to a significant outcome. This is about quality over quantity. If you finish early, great. You can tackle other tasks or even start preparing for tomorrow. But even if your day gets derailed, by focusing on these 3 priorities, you're ensuring that the most important things are moving forward. This simple shift can transform your productivity. It helps you stay laser-focused on what truly matters and eliminates the stress of a never-ending to-do list. Give it a try. Your future self will thank you. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere. From constant notifications on your phone to the lure of social media, it's no wonder staying focused can feel impossible. To truly improve your productivity, you need to create an environment that minimizes distractions and maximizes your ability to concentrate. Think of focus as a muscle. It gets stronger when you actively train it, but distractions are like interruptions during your workout, weakening your results. The first step is addressing digital distractions. Start by putting your phone on Do Not Disturb mode, or even better, placing it out of sight. Studies show that even the mere presence of a smartphone on your desk reduces cognitive performance because part of your brain is preoccupied with its presence. If you need access to your phone for work, consider using apps like Focus or Forest to block distractions and encourage mindful phone usage. Next, tackle your computer setup. Close irrelevant tabs, silence notifications, and streamline your workspace so that only essential tools and documents are accessible. Tools like browser extensions can also block distracting websites during focus sessions, helping you stay on track. Remember, multitasking is a myth. Switching between tasks constantly drains your mental energy and makes you less effective overall. Lastly, create a dedicated workspace. If possible, separate your work area from spaces meant for relaxation, like your bed or couch. Even small changes like decluttering your desk, improving lighting, and using noise-canceling headphones can dramatically enhance your focus. Your workspace should signal to your brain, "This is where I get things done." By eliminating distractions, you're setting the stage for deep, focused work to thrive. Improving focus isn't just about eliminating distractions. It's also about using strategies to actively train your brain to stay on task. One of the most popular and effective methods is the Pomodoro Technique. This technique is based on the principle that our brains work best in short, intense bursts of focus, followed by brief periods of rest. Here's how it works. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work on a single task with your full attention. When the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break to recharge. After completing 4 25-minute Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This cycle leverages the natural ebb and flow of your energy and helps prevent burnout even during long work sessions. The Pomodoro Technique works because it gamifies productivity. Knowing you only have to focus for 25 minutes makes daunting tasks feel more manageable, while the built-in breaks prevent mental fatigue. It's particularly helpful for procrastinators who struggle to get started because it shifts the focus from completing an overwhelming task to simply making progress within a set time frame. If the Pomodoro Technique doesn't resonate with you, experiment with other focus techniques like time blocking, the 2-minute rule, if a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately, or deep work sessions where you commit to a single task for 60 to 90 minutes without interruption. The key is finding a method that aligns with your working style and sticking to it consistently. By training your brain to work in focused intervals, you'll accomplish more in less time. Improving focus isn't just about how you work, it's also about how well you take care of yourself. Your ability to concentrate is directly tied to your physical and mental well-being. When you're tired, hungry, or stressed, your brain simply can't perform at its best. That's why prioritizing self-care is essential for maintaining sharp focus. Start with your diet. Your brain needs fuel to function, so make sure you're eating nutrient-rich meals that provide sustained energy throughout the day. Avoid sugary snacks and caffeine overloads, which can lead to energy crashes. Instead, opt for foods like whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and protein, which promote steady concentration. Hydration is equally important. Dehydration can lead to fatigue and poor cognitive performance, so keep a water bottle handy. Sleep is another crucial factor. Lack of sleep impairs memory, decision-making, and focus, making it nearly impossible to work efficiently. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night and establish a consistent bedtime routine to help your body wind down. If you struggle with afternoon fatigue, consider a short 20-minute nap to recharge without disrupting your nighttime sleep schedule. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of regular breaks. Pushing through long hours without rest might feel productive, but it actually leads to diminishing returns as your brain becomes fatigued. Incorporate movement into your breaks. Take a walk, stretch, or do a quick workout to boost circulation and clear your mind. Even just stepping away from your desk for 5 minutes can work wonders for your focus and creativity. Taking care of your mental energy is equally important. Practice mindfulness or meditation to reduce stress and increase your ability to stay present. Tools like Headspace or Calm can guide you through short daily practices that help you reset and refocus. Remember, productivity isn't about working non-stop. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm that balances work and rest. No matter how well you plan your day or prioritize your tasks, the key to sustained success lies in consistently tracking your progress. Without a system to monitor your efforts, it's easy to lose sight of what's working and what's not. By tracking your productivity, you gain valuable insights into your habits, identify patterns, and measure the impact of your actions. Think of it as creating a roadmap for your growth, because you can't improve what you don't measure. There are countless tools available to help you stay organized and track your progress. Platforms like Trello and Asana allow you to create boards, organize tasks, and set deadlines in a visual and intuitive way. For example, you can set up a Trello board with columns like To Do, In Progress, and Completed to track the status of your projects at a glance. Apps like Notion or ClickUp offer more customization, allowing you to combine task management with goal tracking, notes, and even habit trackers in one place. If you prefer a more analog approach, a simple journal or notebook can be equally effective. Start each day by listing your top priorities, then check them off as you go. At the end of the day, jot down a quick reflection on what you accomplished and what could have gone better. The act of physically writing things down can make your goals feel more tangible and motivate you to stay on track. Tracking isn't just about marking tasks as done, it's about recognizing trends, like when you're most productive, what kinds of tasks take longer than expected, and which distractions derail you the most. By analyzing this data, you can start making informed adjustments to your workflow. Over time, you'll develop a clearer sense of how to allocate your time and energy for maximum impact. Tracking your productivity is only the first step. To truly grow, you need to regularly reflect on your progress and tweak your approach as needed. This is where a weekly review becomes invaluable. At the end of each week, set aside 15 to 30 minutes to evaluate your performance. Ask yourself 3 simple but powerful questions. What worked? What didn't? How can I improve? Start by focusing on what worked. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Did you finish a challenging project on time? Did you successfully stick to your time blocks or complete your top 3 priorities for the day? Recognizing these achievements not only boosts your confidence, but also reinforces positive habits. Success, after all, is built on small, consistent wins. Next, analyze what didn't work. Were there tasks that took longer than expected? Did you get sidetracked by unexpected interruptions or procrastination? Be honest with yourself. This isn't about self-criticism, but about identifying opportunities for growth. For example, if you found yourself constantly distracted by social media, you might decide to use a website blocker during focus hours. If a project was delayed because you underestimated its complexity, plan for more buffer time in the future. Finally, focus on improvement. What specific actions can you take to work smarter next week? Maybe you need to delegate more tasks, tweak your morning routine, or experiment with a new productivity technique like the Pomodoro method. The goal is to refine your approach step by step, using what you've learned to build a system that works for you. This reflective process doesn't just help you improve, it also gives you a sense of control and purpose. By regularly assessing your progress, you're taking ownership of your time and actively shaping your path toward success. Over time, this habit of self-review becomes a powerful tool for personal and professional growth. Working smarter isn't something you master overnight. It's a skill that develops with time, effort, and practice. The beauty of this journey is that every small improvement compounds over time, leading to massive gains in your productivity, efficiency, and overall well-being. Whether it's tracking your progress, tweaking your approach, or simply committing to do better tomorrow, every step you take brings you closer to mastering the art of working smarter. Remember, productivity isn't about perfection, it's about progress. There will be days when things don't go as planned, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep showing up, learning, and adapting. The more you practice these strategies, the more natural they'll become. Soon, working smarter won't just be a technique, it'll be a way of life. So, as you wrap up this video, here's your challenge. Pick one strategy from today. Whether it's tracking your productivity, time blocking, or using the Eisenhower Matrix, and start applying it right away. Small steps lead to big results, and the only way to fail is by not starting at all. To wrap it all up, remember that working smarter, not harder, is all about being intentional with your time and energy. Shift your mindset to focus on results, not effort. Master your time with tools like time blocking and learning to say no. Prioritize high-impact tasks using strategies like the Eisenhower Matrix and task batching. Improve your focus by eliminating distractions, using proven techniques like the Pomodoro method, and taking care of your mental and physical energy. Finally, track your progress and regularly reflect so you can keep improving. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips to level up your life and career. Let me know in the comments, what's one tip you'll start using today? Thanks for watching, and remember, success isn't about how hard you work. It's about how smart you work. See you in the next video.